Studies indicate that 100 organizations are linked to 71% of global industrial greenhouse gas emissions since 1998. This is a shocking fact that points to the high impact that organizations have on environmental issues. In response, the public has increasingly demanded that organizations not only address these issues, but also account and plan for them. Two frameworks have emerged in response to public demand, and these are sustainability reports and green award programs. I think we're all pretty familiar with voluntary sustainability reports. This is when a company will create a report and share it on their website. There's also mandated sustainability reports. This is most commonly seen in the EU. Green award programs are a voluntary program in which organizations will participate by submitting data to the organization, which is then graded and compared to organizations within the same industry. Typically, these programs will then give the participating organization an award or an overall score. I participated in a Green Award program while working at the UW Harborview Medical Center. Through this internship experience, using that internship experience as evidence, as well as conducting literature reviews, I wanted to compare how these Green Award programs compare to self-reported and mandated sustainability reports in terms of which actually leads to more operational changes. To answer my research question, I had three main methods. The first was to complete the practice greenhouse application for UW HMC. This required me to gather and create various qualitative and quantitative data to submit. The second method is to conduct interviews with some key decision makers and stakeholders of UW HMC. You can see in figure 1, this is an example of one of the interviews we did with Gabrielle Henkels, the Sustainability and Waste Manager. And then on the right, there's Juan Escalante. He's administrative or assistant administrator of the UW HMC. And then the third method was to conduct a literature review of various scholarly sources around the issue. Per results, and first step is literature review findings. You can see in figure 2, I compared each of the different frameworks based on risk of bias, standardization, feasibility, accuracy, and organizational benefit. For self-reported sustainability reports, the main thing that I found was it's highly feasible, meaning that most organizations are already doing this. However, there's a higher risk of bias and there's less standardization. This can also lead to lower accuracy, as an organization can kind of just say and do whatever they want. The next step was government mandated reporting. Very similar to sustainability reports, except there's stronger standardization and there's less risk of bias, as the organizations have to comply with the government mandated and the different regulations and requirements for that. However, this had the least feasibility of all of the three frameworks. We're a long way from having any mandated sustainability in the USA. And then the final one, the third party green programs, had the best balance of feasibility. It's really common currently. And the most accuracy, as each organization is graded by an industry expert. And then it also provides, in my opinion, the most organizational benefit. Receiving a green award can be really beneficial to an organization for their marketing with consumers and other companies that they may work with. Moving on to internship findings. I interviewed 13 stakeholders of UW HMC, with the main question being, has working with practice green health improved sustainability at UW HMC? 9 of the participants said yes, 1 said no, and 2 said unsure. Something to know is that not every stakeholder is directly working with sustainability, but can still see the impacts that working with practice green health has had on the overall organization. Some further evidence to support this. UW HMC has continually improved in the award they've received in the last couple of years. Most recently, they've won the Emerald Environmental Excellence Award, which is given to the top 20% of applicants at Practice Green Health. So some key takeaways. Green Award programs aren't perfect, but they address many of the issues that we could see with sustainability reporting. The main benefit, in my opinion, is the expert advice and that they can provide to an organization. For example, Practice Green Health recently completed a project to transition their nitrous oxide from a central piping to canisters. You can see an example canister on the right. This allowed them to reduce a lot of costs and greenhouse gas emissions. And they worked with Practice Green Health and received resources from them that helped complete the project. Finally, broader implications. Programs like Practice Green Health can be replicated in any industry. This provides all industries with an organization that provides sustainability solutions across various fields. In addition, all businesses and consumers could use Green Award programs to easily identify organizations with exceptional sustainability performance. Finally, I'd like to thank my CI supervisor, Gabriel Henkels, and my facility advisor, Professor Sarah McVeigh, for their expertise and support. Thank you.